We will be discussing the consonants. Before now, we had discussed the vowels. We want to discuss the consonant, which is one of the two components of the segmental phonemes. The other is the vowel. So, we will look at what a consonant is, and then also look at the various subgroupings of the consonant. And at the end, we will look at the individual consonant sound, see how they behave, and we'll be able to locate them when we find them in words, articulate them properly as we use them. That is the focus of this class. At the end too, if you're giving questions in exam to identify the consonant sound, you will have no problem. So what is a consonant? That is what a consonant is. A sound produced with some sort of obstruction of the airstream mechanism. What that means is that in producing it, there must be obstruction. When we make speeches or when we utter a sound, we usually use air from our lungs. If this air is not allowed to flow unimpeded during the course of the production of a sound, if it's not impeded to be a vowel, but if it is impeded or obstructed, then what you have would be a consonant. That is the major difference between a consonant and a vowel. So, we obstruct this airstream through the various speech organs. It could be with the lips, it could be with the lip and the teeth, it could be with the tongue against the velum, it could be a closure of the oral cavity and the opening of the nasal cavity, and so on and so forth. At the end, we will have a consonant if we obstruct the air coming out through the mouth during the course of the production of a sound. Now, having known the definition of a consonant, we'll be drawing attention to that definition as we point out various obstructions and all that. We actually divide consonant. That is, when we talk about the type, we classify consonant based on three parameters. We do that in three ways. What are the three ways we classify? Okay, let's say types of consonants. Let's just have that as a title. Types of consonants. Types of consonant. Now, we do our classification by manner of articulation. You can see that manner of articulation, and then we also do it by place of articulation. Now, the third criteria is by voicing, which means vibration of the vocal cords. So these are the three ways through which we classify consonants. By manner of articulation, this means how do we obstruct the air? We already define a consonant as that sound produced through the obstruction of the air. Now, how do we obstruct the air? Now, that gives you by manner. In what manner? That is the meaning. And so we say by manner of articulation. Now, at what point in the mouth do we obstruct the air? That means place of articulation. Now, when we produce a sound, do we say, are the vocal cords vibrating or not? That is the third articulation. And at the end, we'll be able to give a name to a particular sound. By the time we put these three together, we can call a name. So if I tell somebody who knows consonants, and I say, well, that bilabial plosive, voiceless bilabial plosive, is not well articulated, that person knows the sound I'm referring to. That is the point I'm making. So each consonant sound has a name. So we are going to see a table that will show us these three ways of classifying the consonants. By the time we finish, we will see them in the table, and we can use the table to give a name to each of them.